5 signs that you are dealing with an evil person. There are moments in life when we are forced to confront darkness, not the abstract shadows of our imagination, but real, palpable malevolence in others. Evil exists not as some mythic force beyond comprehension, but as a corruption of reason, a distortion of the human soul. The Stoics, wise navigators of human behavior, understood this well. They warned us of the signs of a disordered mind and the consequences of abandoning virtue. Today, we will explore 5 clear signs that you are dealing with an evil person. This knowledge, however, is not meant to stoke your fear or hatred. Instead, let it serve as a reminder to sharpen your own mind, fortify your heart, and strive for the unshakable discipline of virtue. 1. They are driven by destructive passions. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." Meditations 5.16. An evil person is dyed in the hue of destructive passions, anger, envy, greed, and hatred. They are enslaved by these emotions, lashing out at the world without restraint. Such a person cannot distinguish what is in their control from what is not. They allow their passions to rule them as if they were puppets to their own whims. They manipulate, harm, and destroy, not because they must, but because their lack of self-discipline has rotted their ability to choose otherwise. Seneca warned that the greatest danger arises from uncontrolled emotions. On Anger 3.1. When you encounter someone whose actions are rooted in rage or jealousy, you are witnessing a soul in turmoil, a soul that has forsaken reason. The lesson for us is not merely to avoid such people, but to recognize that these destructive passions can take root in us as well. Evil begins as a seed, a flicker of anger left unchecked, an envious thought allowed to linger. We must guard against it by mastering ourselves. 2. They lack a moral compass. An evil person operates without regard for virtue. They do not seek justice, wisdom, courage, or temperance. Instead, they trample over these ideals to serve their own desires. As Epictetus observed, when a person is without integrity and honor, what is left to admire? Discourses 2.22. Such individuals rationalize their misdeeds, convincing themselves that the end justifies the means. They deceive, betray, and exploit, finding pleasure in the suffering of others or indifference to it. This lack of a moral compass makes them dangerous, for they are unmoored from the principles that make us human. But here is the Stoic paradox. Even the most corrupt person is not beyond redemption. Marcus Aurelius reminded us that every man commits wrong for what he believes to be good. Meditations 7.26. Evil, then, is not a fixed identity, but a failure of perception, a blindness to the true good that lies in virtue. As we confront such people, we must remember the solution is not to mirror their darkness, but to shine our light brighter. 3. They exploit trust and vulnerability. A hallmark of an evil person is their willingness to exploit trust for personal gain. Trust, in its purest form, is a sacred bond, a sign of shared humanity and mutual respect. But for those who have abandoned virtue, trust is not sacred. It is a tool to be manipulated, a weapon to be wielded. Seneca, in his letters to Lucilius, warned of those who misuse the goodwill of others, writing, "No man can be good who does not first deceive himself into believing that evil brings advantage." Letters 87.2. Such people gain your confidence only to twist it to serve their selfish ends. They prey on vulnerability, feigning kindness or understanding, while plotting betrayal beneath the surface. This behavior stems from a profound weakness. They lack the strength to build, so they destroy. They cannot win through honest means, so they cheat. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that such actions only harm the perpetrator. To wrong someone else is to wrong yourself. it degrades your humanity. Meditations 9.4. For us, this is a dual lesson. First, we must learn to recognize and guard against those who misuse trust. But second, and more importantly, we must ensure we never fall into the same trap. Even when we are wronged, we must not stoop to manipulation or deceit in response. Trust is a reflection of virtue, and those who betray it reveal their own inner decay. Let us, therefore, strive to embody integrity so completely that even in the face of betrayal, our character remains unblemished. As Epictetus said, "It is not what happens to you, but how you respond that matters." Enchiridion 1.1. Let us respond, always, with virtue. 4. They seek to divide and sow chaos. An evil person thrives on discord. They create division where there could be unity and chaos where there could be order. Such individuals do not build bridges. They burn them, leaving only confusion and strife in their wake. They whisper half-truths, spread rumors, and incite conflict, reveling in the destruction they leave behind. Marcus Aurelius warned us of such people when he wrote, "The mind of the wicked person is like a storm. It troubles itself and all around it." Meditations 4.8. Their actions are not born of wisdom or courage, but of fear and insecurity. By disrupting the harmony of others, they seek to mask the turmoil within themselves. The Stoics teach us that true strength lies in fostering harmony, not destroying it. Seneca said, "The good man is a friend to all humanity." On Benefits 3.15. While the evil person seeks to divide, the virtuous person seeks to unite, to bring calm to chaos and reason to confusion. For us, this sign is both a warning and a call to action. We must avoid being drawn into the traps of division and instead rise above the fray. When confronted with chaos, let us become the eye of the storm, calm, steady, and unshakable. As Epictetus reminded us, "Be like a rock against which the waves continually break, but it stands firm and tames the fury of the water around it." Discourses 4.1. Let us strive to be that rock, resolute, virtuous, and undivided in our commitment to peace and unity. In doing so, we neutralize the chaos that evil seeks to spread, not with force, but with the quiet power of integrity and reason. 5. They delight in the suffering of others. Perhaps the most chilling sign of an evil person is their ability to find joy in the pain of others. This goes beyond simple indifference. It is an active pleasure derived from another's misfortune. Such behavior reflects a deeply corrupted soul, one that has lost all connection to empathy and humanity. Marcus Aurelius observed, "What does not harm the community does not harm the individual. What benefits the community benefits the individual." Meditations 6.54. An evil person rejects this principle. They see no value in the interconnectedness of humanity. Instead, they isolate themselves through cruelty, seeking satisfaction not in shared progress, but in destruction and despair. This behavior stems from weakness, not strength. The person who delights in harm reveals their own inner emptiness. As Seneca wrote, "It is the mark of a great soul to spare others and harm no one. The one who harms others is wretched, for he poisons himself first." On Clemency 1.25. By causing suffering, they degrade their own soul, further binding themselves to a life of misery and isolation. For us, this is a profound lesson. We must never mirror such cruelty, even in retaliation. Stoicism calls us to respond to suffering with compassion, to heal where others harm, and to lift where others tear down. Epictetus reminds us, "No one is more wretched than the one who harbors malice, for they carry the weight of their hatred like a chain." Discourses 2.16. Let us be vigilant, not only in identifying this behavior in others, but also in ensuring it never takes root within us. For the greatest victory lies not in conquering others, but in conquering ourselves. As we cultivate kindness, empathy, and strength of character, we rob evil of its power, standing as unshakable pillars of virtue in a fractured world. We, the ones who strive for virtue, must see these signs not as reasons to despair, but as warnings to awaken. We do not overcome evil with hatred or vengeance. We overcome it by refusing to let it corrupt us. The Stoics teach us that the fortress of a well-trained mind is impenetrable. No insult, no betrayal, no harm can reach the core of a person who governs themselves with reason and virtue. So let us commit to this, to conquer the passions that seek to enslave us, and to hold fast to the moral compass that guides us. Let the presence of evil remind us of the necessity of good. Let the darkness of others illuminate our need for discipline, fortitude, and self-control. As Seneca said, "The wise man is neither harmed nor does he harm." Letters 71.36. Let us aim to be that wise man. Let us master ourselves so completely that the actions of others, no matter how wicked, cannot shake our resolve to live virtuously. For in the end, evil is powerless against the soul that remains unbroken. This is our path, our calling, and it begins, as it always has, within. And so, my friends, the path is clear. Evil may surround us, but it cannot conquer a soul fortified by virtue, reason, and self-control. Remember, the darkness of others is not an excuse to abandon your light. It's a call to shine brighter. If this resonated with you, subscribe to the Stoic verse for more wisdom to guide your journey. Together, we strive to master ourselves and live with purpose. Share this message with those who seek clarity in the chaos, and let's build a community rooted in strength, virtue, and resilience. Until next time, remember, you cannot control the actions of others, but you can always control your response. Stay strong, stay virtuous, and walk the Stoic path. A man who spends time alone is dangerous, not because he's plotting against the world, but because he's mastering himself. When you're alone, there's no one to impress, no distractions, no noise. It's just you and the truth about your fears, your flaws, your potential. Most men run from solitude because they're scared of what they'll find, but the man who embraces it, he sharpens his mind like a blade. He conquers his emotions. He becomes disciplined, focused, unstoppable. Marcus Aurelius said, "Nowhere can a man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul." That's where the real power lies, not in controlling others, but in mastering yourself. So the next time you see a man sitting alone, don't underestimate him. He's not lonely, he's reloading, and when he steps back into the world, he'll be a force you don't want to face.